I want to talk about Ashley. She's currently pregnant, and not long after she was on the show with Julia, she started dating this dude pictured here. And they broke up a few times, and now it looks like they may be broken up for good. We'll see how long this lasts and if this is permanent. But she ended up posting, and she said, I'm pregnant, so I can't even move on if I wanted to. Oh well, looks like another mission alone. Why do I have to hurt this bad being pregnant? I can't stop crying. Everything in my life, it was so effing good till he came back in the picture again. Then she said he could have at least waited till after I had the baby. It ain't even been 24 hours and he's drinking and up under someone else. But nothing here is real, so do what you want. And she would always post while she's with this guy stuff about drinking, like, oh, your life is important, people care about you, but she would never say who she was talking about, and I always had a gut feeling she was talking about her boyfriend at the time. Well, then she posted these receipts. She said, so someone asked me why I'm not letting him back. So I am assuming these are conversations she had with someone. She said, hey, nothing much, just got done hanging out with Alicia, Darius' baby's mom. We've been really close lately, but it's the fact that we made a pact that he wouldn't drink, and then the day after we break up, he's out drinking and doing coke, and then he totaled his car because of it, and he was with another girl. The other day he was with her, and I called him a million times. I was gonna let him come back home, but he ignored me because he was with that girl, literally was crying all damn day. This isn't the first time he's cheated either, and he goes around telling people I'm lying. When I used to live with him, he kicked me and my kids out to move some other witch in and made us homeless. It took me a year to get to another place, and I had to go through the homeless shelter program, and I was living out of churches all because he was cheating and moved her in. That's the girl he was with recently before we got back together, and this girl spit on his daughter and he still stayed with her. Then he see me on TV and seeing I got a 3-bedroom place, and all of a sudden he came back around and got me pregnant 3 weeks later, and we broke up the last couple times because he was drinking and driving with kids in the car. So the fact he just totaled his car because he wanted to do drugs and drink the day after we broke up, and to find out he had his daughter in his care when he totaled his car. Even though she wasn't in the car, he only gets her 2 days a week, and he couldn't even not do drugs or drink while having his daughter. And he expects me to leave my newborn baby with him when it's time for me to get back to work after I have her? Oh, hell no. I'm 9 months sober, no alcohol, and I'll be damned if I had that shit around me. It proves to me that he didn't stop drinking and doing drugs because he wanted to. It was because I wanted him to, and every time we argue or break up, that's the first thing he does, and once again, he's cheating. So the other day was the death anniversary of my best friend, and I was super emotional and crying all day to the point I couldn't breathe. And this girl texted me about his ex, and it just literally brought up all the emotions and hate that I had built up towards him because of what he did to me and my children. And I was already having an emotional day, and he knows. I'm pregnant and not feeling so well. I'm emotional on top of everything else, so I text him and I let him know, and I remind him how bad he hurt me and how hard it is for me to get over that. And instead of him just saying, I'm sorry, I'll never do that again, he was like, that's all you do is bring it up. You never let things go. And he started telling me he was gonna unalive himself and saying nobody cared about him. Basically taking my pain and flipping it into his own pain and trying to make me feel bad for him, when all I wanted him to do was just tell me that he was sorry and he'll never do that again. But instead he made an argument. And then he called the police, and the police came to my house so he could get his stuff, which I asked him to meet me down the street or at his grandma's house because I didn't want to have the cops here at the house because we already had him here before because of him, and they had to kick him out because he was drunk and acting a fool. I went through hell to get this place, and then he literally brings the cops here again. He's gonna get me kicked out now. I can't have him around here at all, period. I refuse to let him take everything away I worked so hard for. Then this looks like a DM from someone else, and it looks like Ashley was venting to this person, and they're like, are you not wanting to work on your differences with Darius? There are going to be seasons where you struggled with your partner, and it can help strengthen both sides. when me and so first met 8 years ago, I was drinking every day and doing drugs and not being there for them. We've had so many ups and downs, but I wouldn't want to share that with anyone else. What is going on between you guys to where it's impossible to work on things? I'm just curious, and I always want the best for everyone and to be together. This is what I was going to message you the other day, but I forgot. I'm sorry, love. And I get it. Like, if you're pregnant with someone, try to make it work. But if someone's drinking and using drugs like she's claiming, while they have someone out here like actively pregnant and they're bringing that around that person and their kids, then that person does not need to bring around them. They don't want to sit there and be brought down from that person, especially if Ashley's trying to work on herself. Then she shared these messages he sent someone, and she said, I might have to delete later, but I have to share this with y'all. Remember when Pinocchio said I'm a real boy? Him saying I'm a real man? Beneficial to who? You have no clothes, no car, no shoes but work shoes, no money, no place to stay, sleeps on his grandma's floor. Literally, you have nothing. He sent this to my godmom at 3 a.m. A real man? A real man wouldn't have to do this shit this mother effer did to me. So I guess he said something like she only kept me around because I was beneficial to her. The real question is Ashley really ready for a real man? Not to toot my own horn, but I might be the first one. How do you feel about? Okay, that's a weird conversation. It looks like this breakup might be more permanent, but I guess we'll just have to see if this ends up lasting, because they have broken up before for like a day or two and gotten right back together. It seems like this breakup's lasted probably about a week this time, and she's about, I believe, like a little over halfway done with her pregnancy. And so that's pretty much it, guys. And Ashley was posting my post that I made on Instagram talking about how she's single, saying, oh, people just prey on your downfall and love when bad things happen to you. And I didn't even say anything like that. All I did was posted that she was single because she posted that. And it's because she's pregnant. She was literally on the show, started dating this dude after Julius got pregnant with him. So that's a pretty big milestone. And now she's single again. So I shared that. I don't prey on nobody's downfall. I actually like Ashley. I actually do. I do think she's pretty impulsive. But besides that, I actually like Ashley. I think she's funny. There's nothing really like outrageous about her that I can say about her. She's just a little impulsive. But that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.